So the holidays have passed and you might have received a gun from Mother's Day or something, or that stimmy just smacked you right in the bank account and you picked yourself a nice gun. You probably played with it a little bit, fielded it once or twice, and you noticed it's not performing as well as it did out of the box. Now, all you need to do is a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of fixing up, and we're gonna go ahead and show you what those are. What's going on, guys? Kevin here. You're probably wondering where Cisco is. Well, he's pretending he's on keto diet, but that does not excuse all of the fat that he's been eating. Don't kill me. Anyways, today we're gonna be talking about, like I said, troubleshooting your gun. Now, I'm sure some of you have just started playing Airsoft or just received your new gun, and you might have run into some problems either on the field or off the field, and your gun might not be shooting, something like that. We're gonna be going into some tips and tricks to do some troubleshooting, just basic troubleshooting. We're not gonna go deep into heavy teching. We do offer tech services if something is really wrong, like you dropped it, your fault. But if you didn't drop it and something is just not performing right, hopefully some of these tips and tricks will help you out. So scenario one, let's say you're shooting your gun, you have a high cap magazine inside of your gun, and you're popping off a few rounds, and all of a sudden, every other shot is empty. Shoot, nothing, nothing, shoot, nothing, nothing, nothing. Now, that is what we call a misfeed. So first thing you want to check is if you're using a high cap magazine, you want to make sure that magazine is wound up all the way. And when I say wound up all the way, I mean on the bottom you should either have a wheel or a string, and if you're winding it with that wheel, you should hear some clicks and then double clicking with some resistance. That'll tell you that it is wound up all the way. If you're using a string, same thing, just keep pulling it until you hear a little and a little resistance, good to go. Now, if that doesn't work out for you, try wiggling your magazine forward and backwards and holding it in that position until you see some BBs start coming out. Chances are your magazine will be a little bit loose in your body, so if you just wiggle it a little bit, hold it in a place that will help you consistently feed it, just put some electrical tape or some Velcro tape on the inside of your mag well to keep those magazines in that position. But Kevin, you say, my gun is still not working, still not shooting. I have BBs in the mags, I try shooting and it does nothing, and then maybe 2 BBs come out at the same time. Well, for that, I have one word for you. Jam. You probably have a jam. So in order to check that, you gotta take off your upper receiver, and how you do that is you take off the body pin that is in front of your lower receiver, and that way you can slide off that upper receiver, and now you have access to your hop-up unit and inner barrel. Now you can go ahead and check the bottom of your hop-up unit to even see if there's a BB in there first of all. If not, then you can check looking down your inner barrel, obviously out of your gun, not in your gun, or else you wanna lose an eye? Huh? Look down your inner barrel. If you can't see anything at the back of it, probably means a BB is stuck in it and your inner barrel is probably dirty as heck, all right? Now, what you're gonna wanna do is take your unjamming rod that is usually included in most stock guns, and you can go ahead and put a little paper towel or a cut up piece of shirt through that little loop that kind of looks like a sewing needle. Run that guy straight down your inner barrel and see if a BB will be pushed out or if any dirt comes out on that little piece of paper. Now, last thing to try is if none of those works, you can, I don't recommend this to brand new players, but if you've been playing for a little bit, you can take out your inner barrel from your hop-up unit to see if your bucking has either been ripped, in that case, rip, or been folded over, in that case, unfold it. But if your bucking is misaligned, just realign that guy. And of course, if you do need to replace your bucking, you can try and return your gun if it is under warranty, or you can also pick up a new bucking from airsoftgi.com. All right, so scenario number 2, you've come home from a long day of play after shooting your gun a ton, had a great time, and you want to take it home and just check to see if your gun is still working. So you plug in your battery, you start shooting on semi-auto, and you notice you hear a little click sound. No shots, just a little click, click. Then you turn it to full auto, and your gun shoots on full auto, just for a little bit though. Odds are your battery is probably out of battery, so go charge that thing. Now, if your battery is charged, or you put in a brand new battery and it's still doing that, your gearbox is probably locked up. And in that case, you gotta either turn it back in for warranty or gotta turn it into a tech to help unlock your gearbox. Now, Kevin, you say again, my battery's full, I plugged it in, I put it in semi, and I hear still nothing. And even in full auto, I hear nothing at all, no clicks at all. Odds are your motor connectors are either misaligned or disconnected. So what you wanna do is take off the cap on your pistol grip, check to make sure that there is a black and red wire and that they are connected in the correct places, which Boaz, please show that somewhere. Are you showing it? Okay, good. After it looks like that, you can go ahead and put back on that cap and try shooting it again. Hopefully it starts shooting. If it doesn't, warranty your tech. Now let's say all of those things did work and your gun is shooting. However, your gun sounds like it is a screeching, dying cat. Don't ask me how I know that, I just do. But one thing that you can do to get rid of that screeching noise is to check the height of your motor. Now, on the bottom of your pistol grip, there is that cap, like I was saying before, that has a slot for either a flathead or an Allen key, depending on who your manufacturer is. Go ahead and turn that guide either left or right to adjust the height of the motor, making contact with the gears. And hopefully, whichever way you turn it, you'll start to hear less and less screeching. And if that works out for you, you can run it with the screeching, but just don't, please. Save us all. Now, let's say you've done all of that, but your gun is still making some weird noises anytime you shoot. Well, chances are your gearbox may not be shimmed correctly. However, that is more for advanced techniques. So if it really does bother you, warranty your tech. Now we have another scenario for you. Let's say you're shooting at someone's head, but your BBs keep turning down and hitting them in the nuts. Well, chances are your hop-up is probably not turned on. Now, if you don't know what a hop-up is, every M4 or Airsoft platform usually has a type of hop-up unit, but basically what it does is that inside of your gun there is a hop-up unit that holds your inner barrel and a bucking. And your bucking will be made contact with a little nub that pushes down on it, and it will touch your BB, and it will make your BB have a little backspin as it comes out of your inner barrel, basically making a spin and hold a flatter trajectory. I know, it's a lot, it's magic, nuclear fission, whatever the heck you want to say. But what I'm trying to say is check to make sure you have your hop-up on. And you can do that by turning either a rotary style hop-up or spinning a certain way. Every gun has a different style of hop-up unit, but just make sure it's on. You guys can have too much hop-up, so I don't recommend turning it on all the way, because then if you're trying to shoot his nuts and you shoot him in the face, yeah, not gonna work for you. It also can fold your bucking inwards, causing more jams. So again, just try not to turn it on all the way. You can fine tune it, so if you do want to try and lob BBs a little bit further distance, then you can turn it onto a higher degree, but everybody has their own preference, so just try and play around with it. So let's say you've done a lot of playing and you went a little bit too rough and you dropped your gun on the floor, or your friend dropped your gun on the floor. First of all, unfriend that guy. Second, your buffer tube might be a little bit loose. You notice it's jiggling a little bit, or it's not staying in the right place. Well, what you can do is tighten back down your buffer tube. And the way you do that is you remove your stock from your gun, and if you don't know how to do that, check the manual to see how to remove your stock. And you look down your buffer tube and you'll see that usually there's a little screw at the very bottom. So what you're gonna need is a very long Phillips head screwdriver. Stick that bad guy down in there and just tighten until it's nice and firm. Nice and firm. If that doesn't work, you probably need to tighten the castle nut here. And so what you're gonna need to grab is a special tool that we do sell at airsoftgi.com. And usually tightening that guy down will also fix your problem as well. All right, guys, hopefully these tips and tricks for maintaining your gun has helped you out and gets you ready for the next time you're gonna play Airsoft.
What if, like, the gun starts smelling like rotting flesh?
Warranty or tech?
Or, like, what if I can't pull the trigger at all, like it's just super
warranty or tech?
Or what if, like, the gun spontaneously
warranty
catches on
tech
fire?
Warranty or tech. Now, also, if you guys are new to Airsoft, I highly recommend to not open up your gun at all, as it might void your warranty. Also, taking off the orange flash hider might void your warranty as well. So if you don't know how to fix your gun, try to keep that warranty up to spec. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little maintenance tips and tricks that we just told. Hopefully that will set you up for success on your next airsoft trip. And if you need some tech services, we do offer airsoft teching at airsoftgi.com. So if you are experiencing some weird issues, just bring that guy in. We'll try and fix it for you. And if you like our content, we do upload every Wednesday and Friday. So be sure to ring that bell icon as well as subscribing to be notified of whenever we upload new videos. This has been Kevin from Airsoft GI. I'll see you guys next time.
What's going on? Oh, come on, bring it! Bring it! Bring it, come on, you can't do it! Come on, do it! Do it! Yeah! Another one! Come on!